Hey my friend, Bryn Blaze here with ElevationGuild.com. Welcome along to this review of Safir International and their partner company Zeniq Technologies. In this video you're going to be hearing out loud my thought process of evaluation and my unbiased critique of this opportunity that is currently getting a lot of traction in certain parts of the world. It'll help you make an informed decision if you're currently on the fence and choosing whether or not to join. And as always my friend, if you get value from this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can stay in the loop with no BS, no fluff, in-depth reviews of emerging opportunities so that you can keep your money safe and you can invest it wisely. So Safir International is a multi-level marketing distribution model for the sales and promotion of the Zeniq products. Both companies appear to be owned by the same supposed owner, but Safir website itself is very sparse and limited in terms of information. There's some very high-level generic terminology here when it comes to describe the Zeniq products, and they've simply placed the logo alongside some well-established credible brands here as a form of kind of credibility and authority hijacking. But other than that, literally there's an address in Dubai, and that's pretty much it aside from the back office. So we'll be diving into the Safir International compensation plan in just a few moments here, but first we need to get an understanding of Zeniq and what's actually being marketed here. So their primary core product appears to be the Zeniq Hub, which is a hardware wallet essentially, or interface that allows you to connect with their future-based Zeniq Exchange, the token, and an intermediary and a bridge between traditional finance and the world of crypto and blockchain and cryptocurrency. So based on the timeline of the Zeniq Roadmap, we're currently at the phase where these Zeniq Hubs, these devices, are being shipped out to people. The device itself simultaneously mints the Zeniq token, which we'll be diving into here in a moment as well. Now, the overarching ambition with Zeniq is their own Zeniq Exchange that supposedly will butt heads and be a mainstream competitor to well-established decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, which is the biggest exchange on the Ethereum blockchain, and PancakeSwap, which would be the biggest decentralized exchange for the Binance Smart Chain. Keep in mind though, based on the roadmap, the fully functional deployment of the Zeniq Exchange is scheduled for Q3 of 2023. Now, I've seen a lot of projects in this space that dangle a carrot out in front of people to keep them engaged and keep them investing, but they never really execute on the business plan or on the roadmap. Now, this presentation I have up here for Safir and Zeniq is richly imbued with speculative future projections. They use a lot of metrics and a lot of statistics, which can be very convincing, but the only problem is that a lot of these metrics and statistics are based on other established entities, even such as the blockchain. And you see a lot of logos and credible authorities in the space, but there's no results and metrics essentially for Zeniq itself. Again, here they make a claim that the blockchain is going to be an across-the-board blockchain. Well, the true terminology for that is cross-chain or multi-chain, where you'll be able to seamlessly transition between Ethereum-based tokens and Tron and Binance chain tokens. Here they claim without having to wrap them. Normally you would use a bridge to go from one to the others. Now, when you click on minting, it opens up this website right here, which is hosted on a .NET Zeniq webpage, showing you a summary of statistics and metrics when it comes to the actual minting of the token. As far as I'm concerned, these numbers and numerical data here could be completely fabricated because it's not transparent on the blockchain to be interrogated. If it was on the Ethereum blockchain, you'd be able to look at it on Etherscan. If it was on the Tron blockchain, you'd be able to look at it on TronScan. So I don't really place too much weight in the validity of this information. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the vision with this Zeniq Exchange is to be somewhat of a bridge between traditional finance and the world of crypto with IBAN integration. Now keep in mind, to pull off something like that, you're going to need banking licenses, you're going to need regulatory licenses in order to be compliant. Here they have a comparison between Uniswap and PancakeSwap. Again, as of right now, this is all speculative. They have some profit assumptions here for the Zeniq Hub and the Zeniq token. Again, keyword there is assumptions. This is purely speculative projections out into the future. They plan to have a halving cycle every February, which will cut in half the amount of tokens that can be minted, which will cause it to act like a deflationary token, which could be positive on the value of the token if there's less circulating supply. And then they speak of one of the plans of Zeniq being tokenization, where as opposed to having to have enough capital to invest in a multifamily complex in real estate yourself, that can be divided down through the power of crowdfunding and pooling funds together so that you can own a piece of real estate. And that's one of their plans too, saying you can do the same with art, patents, licenses and different types of assets, both physical and digital. So they have listed a physical location for their offices based in Dubai, and here is where they plan to expand their offices: Russia, India, Europe and South and North America. The Safir International Compensation Plan is a uni-level compensation plan, and you can potentially earn up to 15 levels deep in your organization once you have them unlocked by achieving certain performance metrics and requirements, mainly being direct personal referrals. As you go up in the ranks, you need to have personally referred more people, and also organizational sales volume, the amount of sales that you've made in your team. So what are you actually selling here? What are people purchasing? Essentially, you're selling packages that incorporate the Zeniq Hub and also a certain quantity of the Zeniq token and the amount of token that people are eligible to mint based on the size of the package that they purchase. But keep in mind, when you make a purchase through Safir International, those tokens are a number in the back office, and you have to actually make a withdrawal request of those tokens to a wallet like MetaMask over the Ethereum blockchain. So they're not necessarily in your control, and that website could be gone tomorrow. The Zeniq website is certainly quite popular right now. It's getting a lot of hits, a lot of traffic. You can see it trending up here in overall global ranking for the site. Majority of that traffic's coming from Russia and India, as you can see here, 20% and 10%. If we look at the smart contract and Etherscan, currently 4,440 token holders at the time of recording this video. So where are we currently at with the price? The token is listed on Uniswap, currently sitting at 30 cent, $2.41 million TVL, total value locked. So that can be everything from pooled tokens, staked tokens, everything that's basically providing liquidity. So that's actually not a bad metric. That's quite good. We can see quite good 24-hour trading volume here, almost $300,000 in trading volume. Last 7 days we've got nearly $1 million in trading volume, so there's certainly some action. So here we can see the price action for the token when it was listed. Bit of an explosion out of the gate, then it found some resistance, and then perfectly normal to see this. Then you see a pullback until it found a layer of support and a foundation in the price, and now it's gradually been escalating and building from there. So this is quite a normal pattern that you will see in any listing of any token. The token itself on the public decentralized exchange is quite good. I mean, that's quite a decent amount of liquidity. My only concern is that when people are coming through Safir International, they're purchasing these packages and your purchase is somewhat locked up of your tokens. It's not necessarily all inside of your control. So if you're watching this video and somebody shared Safir International with you or Zeniq and you're on the fence of whether or not to join, here's my advice to you. If you have absolutely no intention of building out a network marketing team and an organization, but you're somewhat bullish on the future projections of the Zeniq project and where you think they may arrive in the future, then I would simply bypass Safir International and purchase the token itself. A reasonable amount of the token that you can afford to lose, something that doesn't overstress you financially. You just allocate some capital to this and simply forget about it, and then you sit on it and see do they actually fulfill on their projections and on their speculations about what they're actually going to execute on the roadmap. By doing that, 100% of these tokens are then in your control. You can sell them at any time. They're right there inside your MetaMask wallet. and you can basically make decisions based on whether or not the project actually rolls out as planned with Zeniq. So that would be my advice to you, my friend. I hope you got some value from this evaluation of Zeniq and Safir International. Whenever you see a multi-level marketing business model built around the selling of packages where they drip feed your purchase back to you over weeks and months and even years, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your decision or how much capital you allocate to something like that. You want to try at all times to keep 100% of your capital in your own control, unless you completely trust the owners of the project and they're executing on the business model and hitting their deadlines on the roadmap. So whenever a project claims to be trading your money, mining crypto, or in this case minting tokens with the Zeniq Hub, unless it can be fully verified transparently and openly on the blockchain, then I'd be somewhat skeptical. And I've seen no evidence of any third-party auditing of their smart contracts either. So that again will be something that you may want to bring to whoever referred this to you. Can they confirm that there's no backdoors in the smart contracts and that they're not going to do an exit scam and a rug pull? Again, the only way to be sure of that is to have the funds in your own control. So that's my advice, my friend. Play safe, do your own due diligence, and only invest risk capital that you can afford to lose. Anytime there is a potential for rewards or returns, there's always going to be an inherent element of risk. So keep that in mind. And if you would like to leverage all of the research and due diligence that I do, sifting and sorting through the garbage to find the finest of projects where I even meet the owners, so that you can be fully assured that money stays in your own control and you've got sustainable ways to grow your money, then hop over to elevationguild.com, plug into our community. We promise to share with you only the finest of projects where money stays in your control and that you can safely grow your investment and risk capital over time. See you on the inside, my friend. Take care.